Okay, right now I have the Nikon Z8 with the Rode Stereo Video Mic Pro, and you have to charge it with the battery. But anyway, it's on the hot shoe. Here's my super dog Wanda. I have VRR on the lens and the camera. f1.2, 4K 30. Okay. Full frame mode. And this is a great lens. I'm in aperture priority. So what I was doing, this is faster focusing, but with 1.2, what happens is that if I get closer, it should focus eventually, I think. There we go. You see? You just have to move to the right part. But then everything blurs out to the side. All right? And then I'll go to my favorite plaques. Life's a Beach. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. A house is not a home without a Yorkie. I'm going to give you a test. So you see, I got the mic pointing back to me. All right, not in front, but pointing back to me. I also have it on where if I talk loud, it's not going to hit the red. So that's why I've been using this mic. I've been working with the Panasonic. It's 24-bit. I looked at their firmware. I got the latest firmware on both the camera and the mic. And it didn't even list this one R2 yet. So anyway, and there's no firmware update either. There's my cat. So this is at 1.2. I should compare the 1.4. Now, I'm going to be taking daytime pictures since ones I did last night and today have to redo because I forgot to put on the stabilization. So we're comparing the two cameras, okay, with the same type of lens. These are pretty heavy lenses, okay? But look how sharp it is. I mean, it's fantastic. If I only had Mr. Peekaboo, I'd be squared off. I'm thinking of getting some nuts and enticing him to a contract so he can be my model for wildlife. I'll pair him in pecans or M&Ms with nuts, whatever he wants. So I see I like it overcast. It was at 96. Now it's at 91, 90. But look at the clouds. Isn't that beautiful? Just gorgeous. I love the clouds. I could be taking pictures of clouds all day long. Some people take pictures of flowers, people, animals. This kid likes clouds. So see, this is at 1.2. Now I'm going to put it at 1.4. I don't see a difference to you. It's in aperture priority. AFF for focusing. I think it's autofocusing full time is what it is, okay? I do see my voice, but it shouldn't be too loud. And I'm walking toward the plant, part of the test. See how stabilized everything is. Look at the picture quality. So the sound test, picture quality, the video test, And the last test to see how long I can hold up this camera before placing it down. Now, one thing I'm noticing right off the bat, when I'm moving it, everything is in focus, okay? Whereas on the Panasonic, it blurred until I stopped. So it just blurs a little bit, but I don't see any juddering. I'm backing up, trying not to trip. See? And I'll be going inside to test the dark areas. Let's get a close up of these flowers. What do you think of that? Huh? Gorgeous, huh? That's at 1.4. That's at 1.2. Can you see the difference? I don't. You see it focuses real good. There's the kids. Do something like that. Get that in focus. Yeah, it should be in focus now. That's the only thing. Looks like it's going to be a nice sunset with all those clouds. So you know where I'm heading. Gorgeous, isn't it? Okay, now I'm going to walk inside. Now these cameras are heavy. I wouldn't recommend for vlogging. If you're going to vlog, you set them on a tripod and then you sit down, relax your shoulders and arms and hands. Okay. Let's see how long it takes to focus. So it does transition faster than a Panasonic. And that's because of the different focusing systems. Panasonic just started out with phase. And this A and F, yeah, now it finally did. But you see, it transitions a lot quicker. So let's go to the studio and look at some pictures. Let's see if I can hit the record button. Okay. And I look orange. That's because of the desktop screen. Sorry about that. But anyway, we're going to look at some pictures. So I'm going to click on here. And it should be the right one. All right. Like I said before, the test is a look at these light bulbs. So if you can see the green behind the lens, it's clear. And I think I was focusing on this instead of that one. Okay. Because this lens was a lot clearer. And so is this one. But you can still see the leaves behind it. All right. With the Z8, the A7CR and the S1R2, they're 44, 45, 61 megapixel cameras you can crop in. They're fantastic. Okay. I like the higher megapixel cameras for landscape, street photography, portraits, pets, even squirrels. But anyhow, let's go to the next one. So there's my cat. I'm focusing on the cat, but you can see my dog in the foreground, and she's kind of blurry. That's what a 1.2 lens can do, but I moved it up to a 1.4 to compare it with the Lumix 50 millimeter f1.4. And I'm going to show you the difference between the cameras. Okay. So this is the Nikon Z8. Everything's much brighter on the EVF. Anything dark, I would take that camera out in a heartbeat on a car vlog. It will spot the deer before I can see it visually. When I just look at the LCD screen and say, yep, that's a deer. I stop. So I've taken the same pictures just to compare. But look how sharp this is. Now, earlier I did with the A7CR, but still, with even a 45 megapixel camera, that's sharp. And I cropped in quite a bit. It's not even pixelating yet, just about to. But look how sharp that is. That's unreal. And of course, I was trying with the Nest, the tree house for the kids across the ditch. I'm always showing this off. But look at the leaves in the back. Look how sharp and clear they are. And the wind was blowing. So if you see it blurry, it's not because it's moving. It was fast enough to stop it. The blurriness would be from the bokeh of the lens. You know how far the background is to the kids' playhouse area, the tree house, slide, swings. So anyway, what do you think of that flower? See, I got that on the A7CR also. Look how sharp that is. I mean, when you can start seeing the petals this clear, that's pretty good. And it's not even a macro, okay? This is a 1.2 lens. It's a big lens, but you pay big bucks for pictures like that, for quality. Now, that's a star. It's not the moon, okay? That's nighttime. The difference between this and the Panasonic is it's a lot darker on the Panasonic and 1.4. It's a lot brighter. It looks like daytime on the Nikon. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but it is nighttime, but it looks like it's in the afternoon. This is at nighttime, folks. So I was having this problem last night too, but I forgot to put on a stabilization. All this is with stabilization. This is not during the daytime. This is at nighttime tonight. When you see the lights on the cranes, it's nighttime. But it looks like what? Sunrise, just before sunrise? But that's a Nikon for you. So with the Panasonic, this was real dark, and the only things you could see the light were the lights on the house, but you didn't see any flaring, all right? They're all small lights. So I like the Panasonic pictures a lot better than the Nikon. I hate to admit it, but and then of course this is a pretty nice picture, but you can see all of the stars. Look at that. And that's with this 1.2 lens at 1.4. Did my garage, less boxes since I sold those 4 cameras today. But look at the glass on the or the light is blown out. Okay, where other cameras they'll get nice and dark. So I'm going to have to look at the configuration of the Z8. There's something going on where it's not dark enough. So, and I looked at the ISO. So I hit on auto ISO. I put it down to 64. I put it, I did a lot of things. And the only thing I should have done was just maybe make it at f8. But then that defeats the purpose of comparing a 1.4 with both cameras. So And here's some more stars. But you see on this camera, I can pick up more stars than I can with any other camera. And with 1.2, I mean, and this is 50 millimeter. It's not wide, all right? Everybody loves the 35 millimeter f1.2, but I know some people want a 16 millimeter 1.2 or an 0.95. Get all that, okay? Um, it looks like it's daylight, just at sunset. It's not at sunset. It's dark outside. It's 9:15, and I finished at 9 o'clock. Uh, Sunset was about 8:40. Okay, so there might be a little bit afterglow, but still, when I was taking pictures last night at about 12 o'clock midnight, it looked the same. All I did was I changed the ISO to see if it would lower it. I capped it at 6400. I said, well, let me make it an auto ISO, see what happens. It went up to 12,800. I did cap it at 16,000, but you know, I tried it at 100 ISO, and it was still this bright. So it might have been the shutter speed, but you see, aperture priority is supposed to take care of that. It was putting it at 1.18, 112. But anyway, you can see all the stars. You can see the plants, and this is just with the porch light. Look how bright it is. It's like if I'm inside the house with the lights on. It's unreal. The sun is already set, and that's it. So see, that's a nice picture. A lot of stars. I think that's a better one. I like that picture. Yeah, I like the Panasonic a lot better, the way it does. That's too bright. That's a pretty good picture right there. Now, if you're talking about bokeh, folks, there you go. There's my ending picture. So I think I made a good choice. In the previous video, I talked about with the A7 CR. I picked that over the A7C. Okay, because of megapixels, because you can crop, and you can tell the difference between 10 and 12 bit to 8 bit. Okay, no, it doesn't do 8K video, but I only do 4K video here. I downsample it from 8K or 4K. Okay, 6K, but it's all 4K, and the picture quality is good enough. It's better than HD, so I get a lot of compliments for the picture quality. So thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.